The twisting arm control is one of my favorite moves of this series. It allows me to control my opponent and stop him from turning into me. Let's explore the basic control. I sit up and slap my opponent in his face just to expose his arms. I grab his wrist and his elbow and I shove it across his body. Immediately, I lower my weight and make my chest really heavy to trap his arm. I reach under his head and grab his wrist with a thumb full grip. I pose my other hand on the ground and I modify the mount by bringing my back knee up to his head and raising my front knee off the ground. I push his elbow and pull on his wrist to make him turn sideways. I engage my hips and have my back foot out as a kickstand to stop him from turning into me. One important detail is that once I get his arm across, I want to drop my chest immediately and be really heavy with it. That way I can trap his arm. Once I reach for the wrist and I modify the mount, I give him the space that he needs and I help him turn. Once he's sideways, I do not let him turn into me. I keep pushing on his elbow and pulling on his wrist. My arms are straight. From this back view, you can appreciate two important details. You can see how far high I bring my knee, and you can see how I pose my foot out like a kickstand. After getting the initial basic control, it is possible that your partner switches his legs and tries to escape by going to his knees. In that case, let go immediately, pose your hands on the ground and your feet on the ground, walk back and get a hold of him by getting your arm over his shoulder and your other arm under his armpit. Hold your wrist and sink your feet down without crossing them. Basically, you want to be like his backpack. In this opportunity, I finish with a rear naked choke. The purpose of the twisting arm control is to get your opponent into a position where you totally dominate him. He can absolutely not hurt you, and you can absolutely finish him and punch him if you wanted to. If you do punch him, be ready to take the back as fast as possible. Once I get the basic control, I am very aware of my partner's legs. If they switch, that means he's going to go to his knees and I need to take the back as quick as possible. Notice my back foot, how when his hips raise is inserted immediately in between his legs. Then my weight is on my feet, on my toes and hands, and I walk back until my head is aligned with my opponent's head. Once that happens, I get the underhook and I get the overhook, and then I grab my wrist and I latch onto his back very tight. When practicing this move, it is important that you and your partner understand the most efficient way to go to your knees. We call it the shoulder get up. Lay on your side, switch your legs, pose your toes on the ground and drive your weight to your bottom shoulder, which allows you to raise your hips and pose your knees on the ground, and finish by posting your forearms on the ground. Notice how I take his back, he does the shoulder get up, I latch onto him tightly, and then I finish with the rear naked choke. In case your opponent doesn't go to his knees, and you don't want to punch him and force him to go to his knees, you can finish the fight with the arm lock finish. Once you have acquired the basic control, you can open up a little, get your hand inside, grab your wrist with a thumbful grip, walk your foot up to his armpit, open your knee, keep your hands heavy and swing the arm, followed by swinging the leg, sit back, grab your collar and slap the wrist back. Finish the regular way.